Introducing Void Knight. Welcome to Dimensions Creating Characters. So, Void Knight. He is a very dapper gentleman fellow and a master in the dark arts. Something else he likes to do in his free time is impersonate or allegedly impersonate the main antagonist of the series, Count Void. So if you've been following along, you know that Count Void is the emperor of the Phantom Empire, the overly villainous band of bandits and pirates and thieves and admirals and all militaries and all that's been taking over all the kingdoms and the realms and all that good stuff. Obviously he's got a pretty scary big old reputation to uphold, as the main antagonist and the villain of this realm. And when there's this other person who dresses like him and talks sort of like him and all these different things and claims to be him, it causes a bit of a ruckus in his plans. So it's a little bit of a funny dynamic, sort of a mix-up, if you will, when this character shows up. So of course, Count Void, he's going after the main protagonist, the guardian of this realm. And of course, while they're having their fight, there's this third character that kind of jumps in who's claiming to be Count Void, doing some villainous things, but at the same time also, destroying some of Count Void's military and even breaking people out of jail, like just kind of causing a whole bunch of chaos. So no one really knows what this guy's deal is, except that he's running around claiming to be Count Void or the Emperor or whatever it is. So that's definitely a fun plot point. Now, in case you haven't guessed, I'm going to probably stop here describing his character because this is a mystery within the show, but I haven't spoiled too much. Basically, this is already knowledge that people know that there's just some dude running around pretending to be Count Void, or they think he is, you never know. But, yeah, this is the information that's available at the start of the episode he's in, so I figured it'd be fair enough to do an episode on him since he's definitely a good favorite of mine. But yep, let me do this, and I'll go ahead and add this too because he's going to be in the praise list as well. He does eventually join Comet Company because, in case you also hadn't guessed, this Count Void doesn't like the other Count Void. They both claim to be the real Count Void, so he naturally does join the team that opposes him. So he will be in the Comet Company playlist as well. If I can get, oh my goodness, this is one of the longer videos on accident, of course, but just trying to get all the pieces together of his little this thing he has here. I wanted to give him like a floating gem effect since purple gems are some of the rarest gems in this realm, as they quite literally counteract magic or just completely make it void altogether. Haha, get it, because his name is Void. But my yeah, so he's got 4 of these things and essentially works as like a shield. Someone trying like magic blasting or whatever, and he'll be like nope, and he'll smack them with his giant star battle axe that he just casually has around. But yeah, so he's definitely one of the more, you could say, old school characters. He uses a much more traditional form of magic, even coming from an old spell book here I'm building as we speak. So we're going to put that together as well. But yeah, definitely a very old-fashioned character. Even though he dresses, of course, quite similar old-fashioned to Count Void, they still definitely have a very different vibe about them. So it's not like a younger version of him or anything like that. No, I'll roll that out already. But yeah, I'll definitely say if you've gotten this far, definitely leave in the comments, I guess, if you have any theories as to who this imposter may be. Is it a character you've already introduced? Is it someone new? Definitely love to just hear your thoughts on this. But to be fair, this book is not going in, my goodness. But yeah, to be fair, this mystery won't become too relevant until the show actually starts going, so I shall grant you that. But if you have any early theories, I always love people talking about the characters in the comments. Really cool to answer any thing or clear up some things. But yep. Alright, now we can build his giant star battle axe y'all saw on the thumbnail. That probably is the reason y'all came in, like, oh, look at the big old star axe and the dude in the top hat. What is going on here? And then at the very end of like 3 minutes, somewhere around there. Oh, it's 4. Wow. Did not need to make it this long. But yeah, just somewhere along there, towards the very end, you finally see you put it together. But yep, that is him, ta-da! And the one thing, of course, he definitely does claim to be Count Void, but people refer to him as Void Knight because, well, there's already someone named Count Void going about this. So that's kind of how they tell him apart. If you ask him, he'll say that he's Count Void, but he'll eventually say, yeah, Void Knight, when people keep calling me. But yeah, with that being said, that is Void Knight, and I'm going to show him to you guys up close. Thank y'all for sticking along. And here we have Void Knight, a complicated character to build, but a build we've done nonetheless. Thank y'all for sticking through, and thank y'all so much for watching. As always, tune in next time to see more characters, and have a great rest of your day.